Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bunk and Pick podcast. Pick here with Bunk.
Hey,
Hello
old
to the
Bunk's
people.
here. The Bunkler's here. Bunkle Midas.
The Bunkler, huh?
Bunkle Rooski, we call me. I
Bu-
think that's going to be my new name.
Bunklerooski.
Bunkle Rooski. I like it.
That is pretty good.
It is good.
That is pretty good. I've got some questions for you because we did something I never thought I'd see you do
What's
this
that?
week. So when we get there,
Huh?
you twitched. You did a Twitch
I
stream.
twitched.
this
I was a
past
twitcher.
week.
I was twitched and twerked.
Nah, you didn't twerk on the Twitch.
I was just
You
twitching.
didn't do that. You didn't do any twerking. I don't know if you know what twerking is. You're all pretty old.
I think, no, I know what it is. I didn't twerk. God forbid.
Twerking?
Ew, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't have been a good
No
sight.
vocal twerk.
I would have went
Not a
viral.
good
It
sight.
might have went viral, though. Maybe we should have done it. Hell, I don't know.
Be millionaires.
Yeah.
When is the last time you picked up a video game?
Oh, I think the last time was 2-3 years ago with you guys when I was doing the guy with the giant wings and stuff, which
Oh my
that was
God,
the most
You
fun.
were playing Diablo. That was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It was fun though.
That was
Well,
that
my
game
part
was
was
very
fun.
fun. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
My part was fun because I got to create the guy with the huge friggin' wings. That was the best part of it, I thought. I don't know what you think, but you guys didn't like it because you kept going in other rooms and telling me where to go, and I couldn't figure it out.
You couldn't figure out how to do anything.
Hey, we gotta do the Marvel Rivals this next time.
Yes, absolutely. Have you played any?
I have played one time.
Oh,
I have.
That's not going to be enough.
No, I'm good. I'm really good. I'm good at it.
You ran through a wall. You can't figure out how to use both hands at once.
No,
though.
I
I've
can't. I always
noticed
look
this.
up and stuff. I don't understand the whole looking up and then going and shooting. And I'm working on it though. I'll put some
Yeah.
a little practice in there.
So we played Overcooked,
We did.
which was a nightmare. Pretty funny though.
I got to be honest. I didn't quite understand. It took me a long time to understand the concept.
To understand the game, you make the order, you sell the order.
Well, I didn't know where the orders were for a while. I didn't know. I was just kind of doing stuff.
Literally giant cards in the top left of the screen. It tells you exactly.
My twerk screen was over it though. I couldn't see it.
Your twerk
My
stream.
twitchy screen.
Well, before we go any further, how do people watch your Twitch? I don't even know what it's called.
Holy shit! Are you kidding me?
Come on.
Oh
Bunkle
god.
09. Bunkle 09.
Bunkle
That's
09. I'm Bunkle 09.
Bunkle 09.
Bunkle 09 on the
Bunkle
Twitch.
09. So look him
Yes.
up.
And we're gonna do it again on Wednesday night, I think. That might be our
Ouch.
nights.
That's a good night to do it.
I like Wednesday nights. I think that's gonna be a very, very nice night. We're gonna do some the Marvels what kind of shit? What's that thing called again? Marvel
Rivals.
Rivals. We're gonna do that
Got the
again.
name already.
And yet you're gonna see me in action because I am one bad MFA.
If you're taking the term bad as literal, then you're correct.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna crush people's faces.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the man with the plan. It's fun. I enjoy it. Finally got the setup going. We can twitcheroo, do some twitcheroosy, and I like it. It's my new thing.
It's hilarious.
I know. Hey, speaking of new things, I was
Ooh,
up in the Dallas area this past weekend,
yeah.
and the headquarters for Traxxas, which is the company that makes a lot of the remote control cars, is up there. And I've been wanting to do that for a while.
Oh.
Yeah, so me and Mrs. Bunk went to the Traxxas. It's the world, believe it or not, it's the world headquarters. It is friggin' huge. But they have a retail store in there. Got a couple of little Traxxas cars, baby.
Oh, what'd you get? What kind of car?
Got the X-Max Minis because I don't know if you've ever seen some of those big cars. They are freaking huge. And the Mini is not mini. I'm just telling you. I mean, I know you guys drove those little Amazon ones. This one's much bigger than that and much better made. But I am, as we speak, I'm charging them up.
Gonna take them around the block?
Yeah, you can go in the backyard, run the block. I'm going to throw a GoPro on them maybe, get some videos.
Those big ones that they're doing, because I have looked them up after you told me about it. How much do those things go for?
$1,000. $1,099,
Shit.
and that does
For
not
a remote
include
control car.
the charger or batteries, which is
You have to buy the battery?
yeah, you know what? And on those, they take the bigger batteries. So if you don't already have a charger or batteries, it's going to set you back probably another $300-400.
Holy shit.
You're about 1,500 getting out of there for that boy. The X Max Mini that I got actually came with everything, and
nice.
I don't know, like $249 or something.
Oh, that's a huge difference.
Yeah, yeah. So we grabbed two. Got two. I got an orange one. Mrs. B got the green one. But now I have an
Nice.
extra one for guests when they come over.
Oh, yes. Just, come hang out at my house. We'll race cars.
Why wouldn't we? I don't understand.
That is
What's the
fun.
problem?
That is awesome. It's awesome.
I was looking forward to it. So that was fun to go there and do that. And I don't know. I'm going to play around with them a little bit and see what comes of it.
That's awesome. Well, I do want to congratulate Medium G's daughter got gold. She swept it, right?
She did.
So she did awesome. That's amazing.
But you know what she did, because even in like her age groups or whatever, they still have different little, like 4 or 5 little subcategories. So you can win like overall in hers. She actually had the highest score out of every single girl there, which was probably close to 100 girls.
Holy shit.
She had the highest because Medium G he has the app. We can look it up.
Oh man!
And she needed a 9.5. He said, "We got to get a 9.5 on the last one," and she got a 9.5, and she beat the girl out below her. But yeah, she swept. She got gold in every event, and then she got overall for her age, but which they don't give an overall. But she did actually win overall.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And that place.
Awesome.
Hey, I got to tell you about this place. So we were in Frisco, Texas.
At the Star, right?
At the Star. It's where the Cowboys practice, and the whole area is all Dallas Cowboy stuff. The area itself. So we stayed at the hotel that was right next to the Ford Center or whatever it is where they competed. They have like a grass football field out back. They have the turf in a building as well. So they do practice there and they stay there. I was asking some people there. I guess before home games, Jerry makes them stay there the night before so they don't get in trouble, and then he buses them to the field like 40 miles away. But dude, I gotta tell you, I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I could see when you go to these places, you could jump on board pretty quick. It's really friggin' impressive. And I'm not a Cowboy guy.
Right.
I almost bought a cowboy hat.
No, you didn't.
I almost bought a cowboy hat. You get swept up in it.
No.
I'm telling you.
I would not. That's blasphemy.
I know.
Friend.
And the funny thing is, I was walking around with my Yankees hat out the whole time. I'm just telling you.
Giants guy.
Dude, it is impressive. I mean, they have the whole area, and it is a high dollar area. I was even taking pictures of friggin' cars. It was like a $250,000 Porsche 911, G-Wagons, Ferraris, Lambos. The place is crazy. Really, really nice.
What were the cars for? Just are they like
people
the players' cars?
Because there's shopping there. It's kind of like they have some outdoor shopping places. So they have some. It's nice. They have a lot of restaurants. Me and Mrs. B did some restaurants, and it was friggin' nice, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost converted. Almost.
That is pretty crazy. It's like you hear the stories from the players about how much they hate the Star because they feel like zoo animals, and then I don't know because I've never been there.
Oh,
do you feel like because you could walk through and see them working out? There's windows to watch them work out and stuff. That would suck as a player.
They're not zoo animals. That place is high dollar, beautiful facilities.
They all are. Those guys are.
I know.
They're all facilities.
I wouldn't complain. I'd be honest with you. So I was impressed. They notched me over one notch into Cowboy territory.
So did they go above the Commanders?
I don't know. I mean, I like the Commanders just because they were, hadn't won in a long time.
What is your hierarchy for the East? It's, obviously New York Giants.
I tell you something, man. I'm starting to get off the Giants bandwagon.
Oh, so you're going over to the Jets?
I need the Jets of Joe Namath era.
If you tell me that you're a Cowboys fan, we're gonna have some problems.
Not I'm not a hater at this point. I don't.
You have to be kidding me right now.
I'm serious. I'm impressed. I don't hate him.
Talked so
I know
much
I did.
shit over the last year.
I know I did.
You're gonna walk it all back right now.
I'm coming on board, baby. I'm not rooting for him yet.
God.
I'm still a Giant. I gotta see. You know what? Here, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be real transparent. I gotta see who the Giants friggin' get. I'll even tell you something. If they get shit and suck again, I'm done with them. I am absolutely done with them.
They're gonna get Shador.
Then I'm done with them. I'm done with them.
But what if one of those guys turns out awesome?
Well, I hope they get Cam Ward, but they're not going to get Cam Ward. They're not getting Shador. They don't have the picks to do it.
They have the Giants. What? They have the number 5 pick. What do they have?
No, I think they're 3.
3. You can't. I do not think everything you're seeing. I just don't think Tennessee's taking a quarterback.
But somebody's going to trade up, and who do the Giants have? What trade capital do they have?
Yeah, well, but if you're Tennessee, would you trade out of that spot if you're guaranteed Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter?
I mean, so it would make sense only to move back to number 3 because they would know the first 2 teams are taking quarterbacks, right? But I don't. They probably wouldn't. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but if they suck again, I'm done. I can't do them anymore, man. They're that horrifically bad.
They're really bad, and they're really horribly run too.
They are, and I don't want to see them on the friggin' ESPN or HBO shows anymore. I don't want to hear about them. They traded away Saquon. They've done some stupid shit. So I was in the Cowboy facility, folks. She's a nice one. Man, she's a nice one.
I never thought I'd heard half the words that come out.
I did buy a hat there. I bought more of a generic. I got to look it over really well. I don't know that it has any Dallas stuff. It might have been the only hat in there, but it's probably got a D or something somewhere on it.
Big old D.
I was gonna. Hey, here you go. I was gonna get the one with just a D on it, but they didn't have one they couldn't have my giant melon size in there, so it didn't work out.
Your buck melanoma head.
All right, now I got to tell you another story before we get into this board.
Okay. Yes, I want to hear it. I've got something for you too. I got a question.
So we went and ate at the restaurant there. They have a steakhouse. They have a lot of restaurants, but they had a steakhouse. Me and Mrs. B went, and we got first of all, it was ungodly expensive. Let me just throw that on the table for everyone.
Like $100 a steak.
It was really expensive.
Yeah.
And so we got steak, and they served family style for the the sides. There was a table next to us that had 10, 11, 12 people. It was a after work thing, I think, because it was Friday night. And they were ordering like huge portions. And I was kind of making friends with the waiter, and I was like, "Hey, what's that?" And he was like, "What is this? Sashimi? What's that shit called?"
Sushima.
What is it? What is it?
I just told you 3 times, and
what?
You talked over me the whole time.
Tell me again.
Sashimi.
So 2 giant bowls, like huge, one at each side of the table. They knocked that out.
Bowls.
They were in giant, like big, huge things for it was like a party thing. And then they got huge.
It would be on a plate. It's just
no, it wasn't. It wasn't a plate. It was like a really, really large bowl with a lot of fish and stuff in it, or whatever they put in it. I don't know what's in it.
Sashimi is just fish.
Well, it was fish.
Raw fish.
And then they got done, and then they brought out some giant platters of like huge $300 steaks on each platter, cut up. And then in the middle, there was this giant dome. I asked the dude, I said, "What in the hell is that?" And he said, "That is redfish. They make like a dome out of it. It's like giant."
Oh, the fish was the dome?
The fish was the dome. And I was like, "Oh my God." And he said, "Yeah, I normally wouldn't recommend that unless you have like a group, because it's like $250 or something." I was like, "Holy shite.
Holy crap."
and they were drinking. They were having a good time, and it was awesome just watching the thing. But I have to tell you one thing. You know when you go and they tell you your plates are hot and don't touch it? And usually it's like, eh. And I know you got like friggin' leather hands, so you don't bother.
What are you talking about with leather hands?
I know you touch all the hot stuff, and I can't. But I took a bite of the steak, and it was so friggin' hot. And then I felt the plate. Oh my God, I've never, and I even told him, I said, dude, I have never felt a plate this hot in my friggin' life. And I guess they put it in the salamander or whatever that thing is.
Okay. What is the salamander?
It's a big heating stove thing. He said they put the plate in there and then they put the food on there. And I was like, my God, it's the friggin' hottest thing I've ever tasted in my life.
Yeah, those things can go up to like 1,400 degrees.
It was fucking hot. I'm just telling you.
The salamander's a top broiler.
Well, it was top broiled then, sir. And the steak was on it. What it did, it made the steak so hot. I was kind of lifting it up off the plate and airing it out. Ah, man. Good times. And hey, and they had, okay, one more story. They had a card shop there, a trading card shop. And
like trading, like baseball cards?
Yeah, like sports cards. And they were having Tops break night was Saturday night. And we were at the competition. But guess who was going to be there?
A Dallas Cowboy?
Dallas Cowboy. Defensive Dallas Cowboy.
Oh, was it Micah Parsons?
It was Micah Parsons.
That's awesome.
So that place was probably rocking at 7 o'clock.
I can only imagine how many people were in that place.
Yeah, I know. It was a really cool. I like the car shop because they put all their prices on shit, and they had a lot of stuff. It was really, really nice. Anyway, that was my pre-story.
I got a question. So you went to Jeffrey's here in Austin. Amazing steakhouse.
I did.
Is this more expensive than Jeffrey's?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Wait, is it more expensive? We had drinks. So
yeah, but Jeffrey's is the same.
We had drinks. It's probably we didn't have any appetizers, so I may have
so like $70 to $100 a steak plus drinks. That's Jeffrey's.
Yeah, it's probably right there.
That's crazy. Steakhouses are not my favorite thing in the world.
It was. I will say this: the steaks were unbelievably good. I mean, the food was good, fantastic. But yeah, and we knew going in that she was going to be expensive.
You have to prepare yourself for that.
And then we were coming out; it was dark, and they were all the cars at the valet. I was just shaking my head. Holy shit, man! Who are these people? God,
very rich people.
Very rich. I don't know, man. I'm kind of liking the star. What can I say? Woo!
Oh my God, the people that are going to hear this.
I know.
You would openly pick Dallas over Philadelphia?
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. Sorry, Boomer, but yes, every day.
That's crazy.
Every day. I might pick them over to friggin' Giants here shortly.
No, my God, no.
We're going to see. We're going to see what happens.
All right.
I'm not happy with them.
We all know you're just going to be a Chargers fan forever.
I do love Herbie. Herbie's my guy. I might just have to switch and just not care what happens in the East there. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, speaking of expensive food, I got a question for you. We played a lot of sports when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
We had banquets after. Were they friggin' $90?
No, they were never that. They were like $25 or something. I
just had to drop $90 for me and my wife, Mrs. Pick, to go to our oldest son's wrestling banquet.
Yeah, I don't understand that. That's a lot of money. I don't get that.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know. They were normally like $25, $30 maybe tops. And that was if you're getting like a huge meal.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to get. It's probably going to be awful.
Maybe you're getting shushima.
Oh, no. I'm not going to name the establishment on the podcast, but I know I'm going to stay away from the food, that's for sure.
Oh, my God. So that's like $90 down the tubes then.
Yeah, well, it's to go see him.
I know. Wow.
Yeah, $90 down the tubes, my friend.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I like it, but it is what it is.
It's open bar. Maybe that'll pay for itself.
Oh, my God. You could crush that $90 at an open bar.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean,
quickly. I
mean, why would you want to, though, at a friggin' kids banquet? But yeah.
Well, with the caliber of human beings I'll be around there, I might need a couple
Oh,
couple of drinks.
okay. All right.
It's gonna
Well,
be it's gonna be Tesla, G-Wagon, my wonderful Jetta, G-Wagon, Tesla.
yeah, they do some crazy cars over at that high school.
Yes. So
Very
we shall
good.
see.
I like it. When is this now? Soon? It's coming up.
It's coming up. It's coming up real soon.
Good.
Next week.
Nice.
I'm very I'm not happy about having to pay that much money to go to it though.
I hear you.
Ridiculous.
I hear you, brother.
Like even if football, when we played football in Cocoa Beach,
no, it was
those
never
were
that
only
much.
like $20-$30.
Yeah, I mean, like they used. Yeah, it was for like the couple stuff. That's high. That's a lot of money. I mean, I don't know how they justify it, but it's a lot of money.
Here's the kicker. I didn't pay for this one, but little brother, $45
for him to go.
Yeah, for all of us. It doesn't matter your age. You got a 2-year-old, $45.
Holy crap!
Yes.
Wow, and an open bar don't help them.
$45 a head.
Oh man, that's brutal. Brutal.
That is brutal. I'm not very happy about it.
I can tell.
If you can tell.
I can tell.
A little perturbed. All right. Let's get into some baseball because I've got a question for you.
Let's get in.
Another question.
I like it.
Why the hell is Stanton still on the Yankees?
I got to tell you, man, the latest news today is he's getting some more evaluations. I don't think he's going to make it, man. I think he's going to have a hard time making it back.
To force him out, though.
No, they're not going to get rid of him. But I mean, he's not going to. Well, he's not going to be. He's like maybe a second month guy, maybe third month. He hasn't even swung a bat, so he's way out of playing.
That hurts, though. That hurts.
It does hurt.
They're paying him a lot of money.
They are. I mean, but he's played well for him. I don't have any hate for him. I mean, he got hurt. What can you say? I mean, he's the way it is, man. I like him.
How do you get hurt before the season starts when you're not hurt?
Because he's hurt from the playoffs still. His shoulders and elbows, man. He's got like tennis elbows, what they said.
Bunk.
That's what they said. It's like tennis elbow.
He doesn't even throw the ball. How does he have tennis elbow?
From swinging, hitting bombs.
Yeah, the way he swings a bat uses 0 elbows.
He's a bomber.
He is not. He's a bencher. He's a warmer.
I don't know.
Seat warmer.
He's probably got to see. He's probably got to start thinking about maybe his body just can't do it anymore after this. He'll come back this year at some point, but I don't know how much longer he can play. I'm sure he's going to play till his contract's up. It'd be full. I would. I mean, keep making lots of money.
3 more seasons on that contract.
He's in, baby. He's in.
Okay. Plus, the Yankees hold a club option for 2028.
Well, they're not obviously.
I hope they don't.
They're not doing that, and they might. They could pay him off early and let him go too. I guess. I don't know. They're not doing it this year though. He'll be with them this year.
It's like almost $100 million to pay just to get rid of him.
It's the Yankees. They got it.
I get they have a lot of money. That's ridiculous.
And let's talk about the Yankees for a minute. They're perturbing me too.
Yeah.
Facial hair? Really? Fuck, man.
How is that going to make you mad? Come on.
Because why do that? There's no reason to do that.
Because it is 2025.
Yeah, but being a Yankee that's what it means to be a Yankee. You do that. Yes, if you thought, I'm telling you, they interviewed some of the players, and I'm going to tell you, my boy Judgy's not thrilled with it. He didn't like it. Talked to some of the other players, and they're like, that's just like the Yankee thing. They shouldn't have done it, and they caved.
I saw on social media people are using AI to put beards on all the players.
Yeah, I saw one on Jeter. I saw a beard on Jeter.
It was so funny looking.
But I don't like it. And then, have you heard this one?
Let's hear it.
Not playing the Sinatra song after each loss. The New York song. New York, New York.
Only after Yankees wins, they're playing it.
No, they played it every time they lost, and now they're not.
I'm saying they're playing it only after the Yankees win. That.
No, they play other songs when they win. They're going to play a combination of them now. That's bullshit.
New York to play only after Yankees win.
Yeah, but so when they lose, they're going to play a montage now of Sinatra hits. Come on, what are we doing? The friggin' Yankees. We're not the friggin' Boston Red Sox who changes shit up, or friggin' White Sox or Athletics. We're the Yankees. Let's grow a
Oh,
pair. Let's
come
grow a
on.
pair, get
Come
some
on.
hair on them, and
They
let's
said
go.
well groomed. You're not going to have any of the crazy like Brandon
No,
Marshbeard.
it's
Says
stupid.
well groomed. I think
Stupid.
it's good.
I hate
It's a
it.
step in the right direction.
I can hate it.
It's gonna get it's gonna get younger fans to like the Yankees again.
They have enough fans. We don't need more fans.
Yeah, they're dying off. All the old guys that
No,
like them
we're
now.
not. Let me ask you this: Have you
Not you.
have you traveled anywhere? Everywhere you travel, you only see two hats on people: a Yankee hat or a freaking Dodger hat. Those are the only two
No.
hats you see.
I
Yes.
see a lot of University of Texas hats.
No,
all over
when
the place.
travel. Anyway, let me ask you this: Have you ever gone anywhere and seen a friggin' Tampa Bay hat outside of Tampa Bay, and
Yes.
right here on your head?
Yes, I have.
And on
Yes,
your
I
head?
have.
No,
What's
never.
wrong with the Tampa Bay Rays?
Nobody. The Devil Rays don't play. They don't travel well. Sorry, I'm
They have
pissed.
quite a good team this
I'm a
year.
little angry. I'm an angry little elf today about my Yankees. I
You are
don't
very
like it.
angry about the beard thing.
I don't like the beard thing. That was tradition, man.
Yeah, but you had a beard. You have a beard.
It doesn't. But if they said, Jeff, come play a friggin', buddy, I couldn't get the razor out fast enough.
Well, that's players did do that and to go play for them. They did.
Then
Shave. They didn't
that
complain
was
about
that
it.
right. Well, Devin Williams bitched about it. Now
One
they're
person.
saying he's the reason. He's not the reason they did it.
Well, he's the closer.
They already signed
He
him.
is
They
probably
didn't
the
need to. They didn't need to. They already signed him. He already shaved. Now we're gonna get friggin' Goldie with his friggin' beard, and I'm waiting to see who doesn't grow one.
Hey, I watched a couple spring games. Goldie is missing the ball a lot.
It's okay.
It's early.
It's early.
It's early.
It's early. They're gonna be fine. I mean,
You
he
need somebody
only hit
to
a double
get
in the
on
first game.
base.
He did hit a double, and Judge isn't even batting yet in the games. We got a long ways to go, man.
Yeah, he's got to grow out his beard first.
You're just excited because Tampa Bay beat him, I think. Didn't they beat him?
No, Tampa Bay did not beat
Oh,
them.
that's the only win we got? Okay.
Yes, it's the only friggin' win that's stupid. Here's the play of the week though. I don't know why I turned this game on, but I turned on the White Sox game.
Oh, God.
Center fielder goes back to catch the ball. It was one of the younger guys. Goes up to jump for the ball on the fence, misses the ball, it hit him in the face. And
Oh,
went
my
over
God.
over the fence.
Holy shit.
It hit him right in the cheek and went over
That's
the
the
fence.
best. That's the best. Hey, I will say,
Jose Canseco.
I've been watching some spring training, and it is amazing how many errors they make.
They're making a ton of
some
errors
these guys.
right now.
Like that's
It's the
they're-
first few games.
I know, but let me tell you who's really making a lot of errors. My boy, the Martian, out in left field. Have you seen?
Yeah, you
Good
can't.
God.
There's a clear path. There's a clear path to put him into DH now and put a good outfielder out there.
They're gonna go all the way to the end of spring training to decide. But then they don't have another outfielder they don't have anybody else. It's
Put Chisholm back out there.
yeah, but then you got to do a second base. They're kind of stuck with him. They need him in there.
Let's look at that. Hang on.
Maybe we'll get the Rizzo back, DH. He didn't sign yet, I don't think, Rizzo, did he?
I haven't seen anything
think
for
he's
him
signed.
yet, but he's just getting older. Honestly, I bet I'm looking at roster here trying to see outfielders. You could you have Bellinger in center field this year. Trent Grisham. No,
That's the other one that they would put is Trent Grisham. He doesn't hit
yeah,
it.
that doesn't help.
He doesn't hit. He needs to grow a beard because they don't friggin' hit.
But right now you got Volpe at short.
The Volpinator.
Who's your first baseman right now? Goldie
Goldie.
plays first.
Goldie.
Put Jazz Chisholm back in the outfield and bring in Oswaldo Cabrera to play second.
You know, Cabrera is, I don't know what, he's
He
always
hits.
played well. I don't know why he's not like in more
He hits.
conversations.
Because he's probably at his peak. He's probably as good as he's going to be,
That's okay, though.
They-
I mean,
which is okay. But you could move Chisholm back to the outfield, put the Martian into DH, and put Oswaldo Cabrera at second base, and arguably you have a better team than when Stanton's in that lineup.
they're not going to do it, though, man. They're not going to put them, they've already said the Martian gets full looks. Friggin' Martian. Dude, I haven't played in 50 years, and I could play left field better than that. Have you seen the 2 plays already in spring training? Come on, man.
Pretty bad. It's been
That's
pretty bad.
He's horrible.
He's not very good.
He's
He
horrible.
Is not very good.
He better friggin' be hitting it
He's
to be that
going
bad.
ahead. He hits. There's nothing wrong with his hitting. He hits. He can't field.
He can't
Just
field
get
worth
him
of
out.
shit.
I get he's young, and you don't want to put a young player into the DH role, but what hurts your team? He hurts your team in left field.
I think they're going to go to the very end of spring training and then they'll make a decision. But God, he will kill you in left field. He's horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible.
He needs to not be in left field.
Well, we're going to see. But it's going to be tough. Yeah. So far, spring training's I've been watching the games, which is kind of fun. I just kind of put them on.
I've been watching the first 3 innings, and then when everybody's out, it's hard to watch with those younger guys, wet behind their ear guys. They're not very good.
Yeah, some of them aren't great
Because you're seeing big league pitching just destroy those guys.
Yeah, but I was telling you, the thing that surprised me more is all the defensive errors that some of these guys are making, or base running errors. I mean, I've seen some stupid shit already. I mean, these are, I know it's spring training, but good God, come on, man.
Yeah, this is the time to get them out of there.
I'm sure the pressure's on some of those younger guys. Well, most of them know they're not making the team, so I don't know if there's pressure or not, to be honest.
Some of those uninvited or unrostered invitees or whatever might be. I mean, those guys are definitely trying, but I just I've watched a few games. I just need to give it a couple weeks before the baseball just gets better. It's been hard to watch, but I have been watching college baseball, which has been very fun.
Oh, I haven't watched any.
Texas is doing really well.
Good.
That's fun to watch there. Question for you.
Yes, sir.
How long does this third baseman dilemma go for the Boston Red Sox?
Oh, isn't that horrible? So it seems like they didn't even talk to my man over there.
They didn't talk. He has been. I have watched his he is pissed. You can see his face.
Which doesn't make sense. He is the star of their team. Devers is the star of the team.
$300 million into him. Yes,
I mean, to not even have a conversation and go, hey, we're going to sign this dude. I mean, just to tell him, don't worry about it. You're not. And then there wouldn't have been any of the stuff that's going on. They've handled it really poorly over there in Boston. Not a surprise, but
they did talk to him, and he told them how he feels, which he's entitled to do, and they made the move anyways, and then went back to him and said, would you do this? He just told you no. Why would you go back to him on that?
Well, and then even now, they're saying is, they're not committing they're committing to whatever. We'll wait until the end of spring training, and they'll decide where they're going to play. And, they talked about playing He's an awesome third baseman. Why would you move him?
He's a Gold Glove third baseman. Why the hell would you get rid of him? Bregman's older.
And Bregman, to his credit, he would be like most of us. I don't care where I play. Just put me somewhere. He's not. Yeah. So why is there even a controversy then? Doesn't make sense to me.
Because the reporters keep bringing it up.
I know, but Boston doesn't say anything. So that's their fault.
The front office hasn't said anything.
No, they have said we don't know yet. Everything's in the air. It's like, why would you say that? I would be pissed if I was Devers.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I'd be saying, get me out of here.
Yeah, I agree. And he's actually, I'm not a Boston guy, but he's actually one of the. I do actually like him. I think he's a good player and seems like a good dude. No.
Yes.
I don't know. That was a crazy one. And then I saw Arenado still maybe. Astros maybe looking at him again.
Oh my God! But I don't think he wants to go to the Astros.
I don't even know why he would.
He said there's 5 teams. He's not going to list the teams, but obviously the Yankees aren't one.
No,
and obviously Boston was one of them because he said that was where he wanted.
Yeah, that's over. Now they already have 2 third base.
So he has 4. He has 4 spots he's willing to go to.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a crazy one.
He has St. Louis by the balls. He gets to choose where he goes.
He does, and he's been around. He's got a big contract. He's been around a long time. I would have thought he'd be off the board already, to be honest with you. I'm surprised. But
I think it's absorbing that they gave him a big contract.
It's the contract and his age. He's not a young dude, so.
Nope. Well, I don't know if he's as old as you think, though.
He's been around a long time, man.
I know, but he came in really young. He came in very young. So let's see. I'm going to look it up for you right
I
now.
mean, but
He's on
when
the
we say that,
Cardinals.
but we say that, and then I mean, he's 33.
33. That's
In
not that old.
baseball, it's not, you know. He's
These
got
guys are playing, I guess, pitchers, but these guys are playing pretty late in their career.
yeah. And he's still a good player. So I don't know. I'll be curious to see what happens with him. I'm surprised he's not off the board, though.
Yeah, that team, just looking through it, man, they are going to struggle.
St.
They're going to
Louis?
struggle.
Yeah.
They're not going to be not good.
They're not going to do well. They had some of the starting. I saw some site where they had like projected starting lineups and stuff, which was interesting. I can't find it right now, but it was interesting to see who, like some of they think the starters will be. Out in Arizona, was it Arizona? I think where
Who?
The pitching out there.
Oh, Corbin Burns.
Yeah, and they already have.
They have very good pitching.
They have a good pitching.
They have a very good pitching staff. They're gonna. The problem is, are they gonna start as last year was crazy how slow they started. So are they going to start that slow? Because they fell behind so fast last year. But they have Zach Gallen. They have Corbin Burns. They have Kendall Graveman in the pen. They have a very, very good lineup. Merrill Kelly's going to be very good for them.
They're going to have a good team this year.
They are going to have a very good team. The question's going to be, are the bats going to start as slow as last year? Because they were slow last year.
I mean, yeah, they were, but I think I think they're going to have a great team. I mean, they look really, really strong this year.
So right now you're looking at an infield of Ketel Marte, who's really one of their bigger bats right there, to second base. Suarez playing third. Josh Naylor, who they traded for, playing first.
I don't know, what do you think? What do you think of him?
It looks like a bowling ball, but my God, he can hit, and he hits for contact. He was really good for Cleveland, so I think that's a good pickup.
Okay. What do you think? I was surprised there was so much hoopla over him in free agency. To be honest with you, I think he's okay.
He had a really, really good postseason last year.
But he carries that friggin' baby around the bases again, and I'm going to postseason his ass.
Oh yes, the anger's in him, my friend.
Yeah, I think maybe I'm just pissed at him because I didn't like that. That's funny. But yeah, they have. So you're right. So the rotation, they got Corbin Burns, Zach Gallen, who's been the starter, opening day starter last two
for a while.
Merrill Kelly. They got a good team.
Yeah, Tommy Henley's a good pitcher. Merrill Kelly's getting older. Christian Mana is pretty good. I mean, they're gonna have Brandon Pfaadt is gonna be either make or break when he pitches for them. He is younger, and he has shown some signs, but man, he got lit up at times last year. So if he can kind of straighten that out as their back end, they have a very, very good team.
Yeah,
their bullpen is very good.
They're going to be strong. They're going to have a very, very strong team. I think it's funny. Like, so I was looking at like the Brewers. They're putting my boy Nestor Cortez as their number 2 starter, which is kind of a little surprising. But their pitching is not the greatest. The Brewers. I know Big G likes the Brewers, but I think they have some good players. But I don't think their pitching is, outstanding. Let me put it that way.
No. They're going to have to outscore people.
Yeah, which they're always in it, but I don't know. And then I still can't wait for how about the Mets? They have another.
Yeah, Manea's out. IR, my friend.
And I still want to see. I want to watch. I'm going to tune into that third game when Clay Holmes is their starting pitcher.
I want to. Yeah.
I want to see how long he can last as a starter because every time he came in to relieve, if he went past an inning, he was just getting crushed.
Well, he just never found the strike zone.
I mean, it's going to be. I still don't get that. I don't understand signing him as a ringing starting pitcher. So that's going to be fun. But I think the Mets are starting to get some injuries, and all that money they just spent. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I know. They spent a lot of money.
They did spend a shitload of money.
And Cohen came out and said, I wasn't planning on spending money.
Yeah,
Well, then why did you throw $700 million at somebody?
I know. Because he's
Dear
one guy.
Lord.
One guy's going to just win it for him in baseball. Come on.
Yeah, that's how baseball works. It's much like basketball.
Freaking idiot.
Freaking Egypt.
I know. Yeah, that is the stupidest shit I've ever seen.
I will say this, though. You're saying the Brewers, but the Brewers' path to the playoffs is much harder this year than it has been in the past few years. Chicago Cubs are going
Cubs
to
are
be,
strong, man.
They are going to be strong. Cincinnati's going to be strong. Milwaukee is probably the third best team right now on, well, second or third on paper. Pittsburgh's going to be Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
which sucks. St. Louis is going to be in shambles.
St. Louis
So
is going to be good.
it's a 3-horse race there, but it's much harder than it has been.
I think the Cubs are gonna. I think this may be the Cubs' year again. They got a really, really strong team, very strong.
They do.
Team.
They've made some moves that have been very respectable moves.
Yeah,
sure.
they've done well, and they got the one and only Pete Crow Armstrong.
Old Crow Armstrong himself.
What the hell is a Crow Armstrong?
I don't know. It's his name.
Okay, just checking.
Poor guy's name. Okay. Kyle Tucker there, though, man. That is a big pickup.
That's a big one. They got. I mean, they have a good team. I mean, if Ian Happ comes back, I know he's been hurt, but he'll probably be back.
Nico Warner's been hurt. We'll see if he comes back.
They got Dansby Swanson at short, who's a good player. Michael Bush.
And they picked up Josh Turner. Or Justin Turner.
They did get Justin Turner. And I don't know where they're going to put him.
God, he's got to be 40 years old now.
He can still hit, though. He's a good player.
He is. He is 40 years old. He can still hit.
Now, the only thing they're projected to have John Birdie as their starting second baseman. And he was a utility player with the Yanks, so.
Well, that's only because Nico Horner's hurt.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Nico Horner and Matthew Shaw are both hurt right now. So Birdie has to pick up that. And you're probably going to see a lot of Vidal Brujan as well.
I was watching him play the other day. The Brujanian.
He's good. He's Tampa. He was really good for Tampa.
Good. Yeah. He's a next Tampa boy. He's the next Ray, Devil Ray.
There's a lot of them out there. A lot more than you think.
It's gonna be fun. All right, so far so good. I'm liking the little preseason, like what do spring training. Been kind of fun.
Absolutely. It's been fun to kind of follow. Nothing crazy is really happening. No major injuries. I'm not calling Stanton a major injury. I just wanted to bust your balls about it. I think we all knew he there's no way he plays 100 games this year anyways.
No, he's not going to play 100 games. It's okay. I mean, it's okay. I mean, so here's the only thing. So I don't know who DH is at this point. I mean, I just don't know.
The Martian DHs.
Maybe.
The dude can't catch a fly ball. If you can't catch a fly ball, why are you going to what is the point of him being in the field?
Because he's young, they got to play him in the field. They're not DHing a young guy like that. They're just not.
Brett Gardner, as much as I hate him, was a great left fielder. He caught the ball. He did what he needed to do.
Even Doogie last year is a good defender.
Even Doogie was fine.
He's a good defender. He can't hit, but he's a good defender.
It's a huge step down they're taking, putting him out in the outfield.
And that's why they're going to keep Grisham. Because Grisham can play defense, but he can't hit.
He can. So, but that's what I'm saying. But you have infielders that can. Oswaldo Cabrera can hit. We've seen him hit.
He can. I don't know. I'm not even seeing his name in spring training.
Why aren't you putting him in the infield and moving Chisholm back to the outfield?
I don't know.
Just do it.
Bastards. I don't know.
Well,
they better figure it out.
Long year for you, my friend. No, I'm just kidding. They're probably going to win the friggin' pennant again.
We'll see.
Which sucks.
We'll see what to do.
But they'll all have beards.
God, don't even remind me. Don't remind me.
Beards. Come down to Tampa where we have fun.
Oh, God.
Come to Tampa Bay Rays.
I don't have to go to Tampa because you're not going to be in Tampa. You'll be in St. Augustine at Yankee Stadium.
It's not in St. Augustine.
Not St. Augustine.
It's in Tampa.
No, it's not in Tampa. It's
they spring train in Tampa.
It's outside of Tampa. Come on.
No,
man.
it is in Tampa.
Come on.
I will
get your shit straight.
I will fight you over this. It is in Tampa.
I don't believe you.
And Tampa's regular stadium is in St. Pete. Makes no sense.
I don't think it's in Tampa.
It is in Tampa. Steinbrenner Field.
Okay.
Where's it at?
I don't know.
Tell me where it's at, because I saw you looked it up.
It's not. I don't know where it's at. I can't find it.
What
It's
is it?
not
Start
on
with
the.
a T,
It's not on the interweb.
and does it start
It's
with a
not
T?
on the
And with
interweb, man.
Ampa?
It's
T?
not.
Ampa?
It's not on the interweb.
It is on the internet, and you know it. It's Tampa.
Oh shit.
You're actually playing at home.
All right. Whatever. Bastards.
But there's going to be a lot of rainouts this year for them. It's not indoors now.
Oh, see. That's
It
right.
rains a shit ton in Tampa, so we'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot about your Devil Rays and my Yankees and lots of other things.
I still feel like Tampa's the third best team in that division.
I think so. I think they'll do well.
I still think Tampa's better than Toronto and Boston at the moment.
I think Toronto's a train wreck. I don't think they're going to do anything. They have the talent, but they're not going to do anything. And I don't like that coach.
Did you see they finally came out and said, "Yeah, we're going to talk to Vlad about extension." And Vlad was like, "No, I told you to talk to me in the offseason."
I know. That's so stupid. I think it's got coach I don't like up there. It's his the problem.
Is it Schmidt up there? Who is it?
No,
it's I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
I don't like him.
He was calling Aaron Boone.
Yeah, he was calling Aaron Boone. Then she's talking shit.
Awesome. Put up, fat boy.
Yeah, asshole. And Aaron just signed him a 2-year extension so he can stuff it right back in his face. For the great New York Yankees. Used to be hairless. Now we're hairy.
Just the hairy Yankees.
Damn it.
Oh, my God.
I know. I don't like it.
Well, get used to it because it ain't changing.
I know.
You needed that closer.
Fuckers. All right, Pick. All right.
That's what I got on baseball there, Bunk.
Me too.
I do want to throw in one quick thing. Austin FC started their year this year. Completely different team than what we saw last year.
Mm-hmm.
They won. They won the first
Did they
game.
win?
They won.
I like it.
1-0 here at home.
Beautiful.
It looked like it was about 4 degrees out there. Holy shit, Saturday night it was cold.
Oh, it was cold, yeah.
It looked like they were freezing.
Hey, I'm happy they won. Was Matty there? My boy Matty?
Oh, I'm sure McConaughey was in his box.
All right, as long as he's there.
Though.
Long as he's there, I'm good. He's my man.
But yeah, they won it. They won it 1-0.
Beautiful.
And they looked much better. So
good. They have your seal of approval. They have the pick seal of approval.
For now. One game. A lot of games to go. See how it goes.
Oh, man. Brutal. Hey, just speaking of local, the Texas women's basketball team is now number 1. First time in 21 years. And they are kicking ass.
They are kicking ass. They're very good.
They are really good.
They're very good. Surprisingly good. That's what makes me think, what the hell is going on with the men's program? Because they are very bad.
Oh, my God. They
lost.
Got destroyed.
They lost so bad that is like an unexcusable loss.
South Carolina, right?
Crushed them.
They did crush them. Yeah, I thought that. I was looking at the bubble teams today, and it looks like they're about a 50-50 at this point. I think they're going to struggle. No, I think
they're making it.
I think they're going to have a hard time. I mean, they have some good wins, but that was a really bad loss. Really bad.
They're going to go play in the mighty NIT tournament.
Oh, God. Okay, can we talk about that for a minute? Why do they do that? Why have that?
Because the other teams need a tournament too.
They don't need a tournament.
They don't need a tournament.
God, I hate that one. They already get 64 teams into one.
Yep.
And then we got to have another 180 teams that play. I mean, it's just stupid. Nobody watches that shit. I'm sorry, nobody watches it.
No, they don't. No one watches that because it's not good basketball. It's bad basketball.
It's not. It's just and then the way the format of it. I honestly don't think all the years they've been doing it. I don't remember watching any of them.
I don't think I've ever watched an NIT before.
No, and I will continue not to.
I don't even know if they put that on ESPN.
It is. You know what? They put it on some. You'll see it like on some channel, but I don't. Maybe it's ESPN. I don't know. It's on some channel, but nah. But not the early games. Like
the first few rounds.
It's just
it's
ridiculous, man. Yeah, got to agree.
Have that tournament. It's dumb.
Hey, you know what team? Speaking of college basketball, who has now made a comeback is St. John's. I used to be a big St. John's team guy.
They have been making a comeback.
Chris Mullen, the boys.
Yeah. yeah. Who is their coach? It's Pitino
It
now,
is.
isn't it?
It is. Little
Rick
Ricky
Pitino's
Pitino.
got him going.
Little Ricky P's got him.
I think the conversation in Austin is like what guys are the guys that could turn the program around. I feel like Rick
Oh,
Pitino might be able to do it.
great coach. He's a great coach. Always has been. Yeah, I think he could. And if he can turn them around, they've been out of the spotlight, honestly, since the 80s. I can't remember the last time they were in spotlight.
Yeah, yeah. St. John, they're winning a lot.
Yeah. That's good to see. I'm ready for that. I do like watching the college tournament. I get pumped
that
on
is
that.
going to be fun when that comes around. NBA is kind of coming into its own.
Mhm.
I think the Luka LeBron James experiment has been going very well, but they're still a year or two out of a title, so we'll see if LeBron's even there. They need some help. They need some big man help.
Yeah,
really
they don't
have it.
Yeah, it's good to see Luka. I mean, he scored I think he scored 32 the other night, and he's back.
I can't wait till he plays Dallas.
Oh my God, yeah, it's gonna be. The Dallas fans love him, so it's gonna be really weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be very weird.
And it wasn't him that asked out. They all know
Nope.
it. He was surprised as anybody else. So.
And he looks quite happy in LA. So
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's still the guy, man. He's going to be the guy for a while. He's a young guy. So good.
he is young.
Good on him.
He is young.
What else you got?
Yeah,
got any? I don't have
NFL draft stuff. We're gonna go into draft season stuff. There's a fun question of will the Ravens draft a kicker now that Tucker's.
Oh yeah,
Tucker.
you gotta let him go. Got to let him go. Massage or two. Got to let him go, man. Oof.
You have to.
Why would you keep him?
You saw what happened in Houston when they didn't let him go, and that whole backlash with that shit.
Yeah.
Get him out of there.
Plus,
I don't care.
Plus, he just in a performance thing, his consistency on over 50 yards was really bad this past year.
Yes.
I mean, he's been around a long time. Sadly for him, maybe it was a year too long. I think if he doesn't need the money, just go away, dude, and make it all go away.
You're looking at like upwards of 20 people saying he did this.
Oh, it's ridiculous, man. Still, we've talked before. I don't understand it. I have a very, very hard time understanding what the motivation there is.
You have so much money. So much money.
Well, no, and you don't need to. It's just stupid.
You don't need to do that.
You're a professional athlete. I'm sure you have lots of other opportunities.
Dumbest shit ever.
It is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. But
you can't blame it on CTE either. He's a kicker.
And this one's actually before the original massage. This is the Massager 2, the prequel. He's
the prequel.
This was before. This is before the other one.
Hit me with the prequel.
Oh God, that's ridiculous, man.
All right. Well, hey, I've got a question here. We've got some potential landing spot. We got to think of some landing spots for some of these guys. Where the hell's Sam Darnold gonna go? I'm hearing so many different teams.
The Darnold-ater. If he hadn't already been in New York, I'd say New York. But I don't think he's going back there. If he's got half a brain, he wouldn't. A lot of teams need quarterbacks. I just don't know where he fits. He could. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with Stafford.
Stafford's agent came out and said that the Rams are letting them explore.
Yeah, he's going to explore. And he's still good. I mean, if he went, I could see Darnold going to them.
What if Stafford went to New York?
Why would he go there? It's a friggin' death knell over there.
I don't know. He's a masochist and he takes a lot of shots over here.
I mean, there's no upside for him going to New York at all.
Either of the New York teams.
And he's a West Coast guy.
I think there's upside with him landing with the Jets.
But he's a West Coast guy. I don't see him like willingly going over there.
But he's from Georgia. He's not a West Coast
But
guy.
his family's in. I mean, he is now. His family's settled. He's got like 100 kids and shit. So I don't see. I mean, why? Why would you do it? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't. There's no positives for him moving to New York and playing there. I think he'll end up where he's at.
All right, next question then. I'm with you there. Next quarterback question. Are the Steelers going to take Russell Wilson, or are they going to stick with Justin Fields, or are they going to let both walk?
I think they let them both walk.
What do they do at quarterback?
They're talking about Aaron Rodgers.
There's no way. There's zero way Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers.
I'm just saying they're talking about him.
Chance.
You know who could play there is the Darnoldator.
He could. He'd probably be good there.
I don't think
they need a running back too.
I think they're gonna let. Well, let me put it this way. I think if Fields stays, he's still not the starter. That's my opinion.
He looked really good those first few games last year.
Russell Wilson, I think he goes to Las Vegas. That's my guess. I think the Darnoldator would be good in Pittsburgh. He's efficient.
Hey, I'm with you.
He's very efficient. He's not flashy. They just need somebody that can make plays. And he can do it, and he's young. He's a lot younger than Wilson. So that could be a place for him.
That could be a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of Steelers, this is going to the running back position. They lose Najee Harris this year.
Yep.
Do they go young and just draft a running? They need running back help. They were terrible running the ball last year. They need somebody to help run.
I think they draft.
Najee is good, but yeah, do you
Najee,
think they draft?
Najee, you know what? Najee Harris had some good early games, and then he sucked at the end.
Well, he's a back that needs help. He can't do everything. He can't just be a feature. He needs to be in a duo.
I think they can draft. They have some good running backs in the draft. I think he can draft. I say draft.
Okay. There's a couple teams that are going to be going after running backs, though, because Vikings need a running back now, too. Aaron Jones is a free agent. There's the Cowboys desperately need a running back. The Broncos very much need a running back. There's a lot of teams that could use a back, so I don't know. The Steelers are pretty far down in the draft. I don't know if anybody really, falls to them.
I don't know. The one thing about running backs is you don't have to be the biggest name in college, but some of those guys come out and then they where did this dude play college for?
Yeah.
And they're good in the pros. So maybe they find somebody like that. I don't know if there's any veterans out there. The three big ones are signed. So
yeah, besides that, Aaron Jones and Najee Harris feel like the best two backs in the behind that you've got J.K. Dobbins, Rico Dowdle, Raheem Mostert, Javonte Williams. Jordan Mason's out there as a restricted free agent, and Jalen Warren, but none of those names. I'm like, man, I'm going to go spend.
No, they're not going to spend a lot of money on
cap space money on those guys. You're not.
No, last year was the big names, and they paid off. All three of those guys did really well, but I don't see that anybody on that list changing some team's dynamics.
No, and then behind that, there's just a bunch of guys that with questions or just what they are.
Yeah.
The biggest one behind that is Nick Chubb. If that dude could ever stay healthy,
he's good.
He is a top 5, but he's never healthy.
No, he is really good runner. But you're right, he's been out for 2 years.
He's never healthy. Yeah. It's been more than 2 years.
It's been a while.
He's been out for a long time.
When he's healthy, and the positive of it, he hasn't taken a beating because he hasn't been playing. But he'd be, to me, he would be worth taking a chance on if he's healthy. If you go through the medicals on him,
they're gonna have to pay him.
Yeah, but
somebody's gonna have to pay him because he's gonna demand money.
He is a good running back, though. Good for him. I hope he gets out of Cleveland. So,
God, I hope. Yes, Cleveland's a nightmare.
It is. It is. Cleveland, New York teams. There's some shitholes out there, man. God.
All right. Last question, because we'll hit draft more when it gets after combine and stuff, but more on the free agent side. At wide receiver, T. Higgins.
Oh, they re-sign him. Re-sign.
They're gonna have to give him a lot of money, though.
They will.
They gave Chase money.
I think they will.
They gave Burrow money.
I think they'll do it.
Okay, so what does that do to the rest of the team, though?
I think you got to sign them. You got to have those two receivers. If not, you're still going out trying to find somebody.
Right, but Hendricks on the defensive side, who was arguably the best pass rusher in the NFL last year. I mean, you're going to let him walk
No,
without a
I
contract?
mean, if they want to win, they're going to have to sign these guys, or they can franchise them. I think, can't they? I think they
I don't
can
know
on
if they
T.
can. They can use a franchise on Higgins. They cannot. Hendricks is older. They
Yeah,
can't do it.
they can franchise Higgins though, which I think they may do.
That just every time they franchise in that situation, it just turns messy.
Yeah, it does,
He
but
won't be there after next year
no,
unless they franchise him like 3 years in a
but you know
row.
what? If he play one more year, I mean, they have good talent. If they can come out of the gate and not like be shitty out of the gate, then they might have a shot again. But they just come out too slow. They get behind the eight ball and they can't catch up on these teams.
Yeah, and there's a lot of really good wide receivers behind him in this free agent class that might have got hurt or just kind of had down years. I mean, Marquise Brown, Shady Brown, Amari Cooper is going to be out there, Stephon Diggs, Chris Godwin. So I don't know if there was a lot of defensive problems in Cincinnati last year, and the offense was not the problem at all.
No, the
So
offense
you
was
lose
not the
one wide
problem.
receiver, and you go spend a little less on like Stephon Diggs. Well, maybe not Diggs because he's kind of like
He's a
a
yeah,
nightmare in the locker room.
he's a
But like
crusher.
Chris Godwin would be awesome. Imagine
I
Chris Godwin on the other
I
side
agree,
of
but I
Jamar
think there's a lot of
Chase.
pressure on them to do some to keep T Higgins. I mean, that's what I've read. No, I think they franchise him.
You're looking at like $32 million for him,
I think
though.
yeah, but I think they franchise him and then they. But you're right, their defense is what sucked. I mean, that's generally, and I got to go back to the boomer machine. He called it defenses win. I give Philadelphia their credit for that, but
The defense won it. The defense won it.
yeah.
And then Davante Adams might be out there still.
Oh, he's not going to play for the Jets without. He only played over there because Aaron Rodgers was there. Why would he stay
He's
there?
still technically under contract.
Yeah, I know, but
They'll cut him for cap space, but
he's still good. So but he's going to go somewhere that's got a named quarterback. I think somebody can throw the ball. I mean, Burrows obviously can, but I think I'm going to tell you something. I think Vegas is going to pull a bunch of players in. I really do.
they have to spend a lot of money. They have to spend a lot of money.
I think they're gonna. I think with Pete Carroll out there, I think they're gonna pull players. And I'm not a fan of the Raiders, but
poor. They were so poor this year.
They were.
I couldn't watch their games. It was too hard to watch.
No, they're not good at all. But I think they're gonna pull players to there. I think because of the coach. I just think they're gonna have a much better team this year.
Yeah. All right, those are my questions. I had free agency questions. I know we got the draft coming up, and we'll kind of focus on that when we get there. But don't want to skip over the free agents because those are important.
Yep.
Hey, Bunk.
Hey, pick.
You watch the final of the Four Nations?
I watched the Four
hockey?
Nations final.
I got to give you this, and Big G beats that drum, and man, when he's passionate.
He's very
to say the least.
He crutches us for not covering it.
I know he gets so mad about it, but he doesn't come on here to cover it for us. So
That's
it's
right.
on him too. You heard me, Big G. But did you watch any of that Four Nations?
I watched the final game.
Okay, how cool was it to see? I mean, that is their version of the All-Star game this year.
Those guys very good.
Those guys were going 110%.
They were, and it was an amazing game. And I watched it from start to finish. It was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, it's guys, they do play 100%. And what's funny is, some of those dudes are teammates because they're all, I don't think they give a shit. They were crushing each other.
They were fighting. They were killing each other.
They were. It was a really, really, really good game. And it was just fun to watch. It was entertaining, and I think hockey has started to get more of a following lately. It's always been like that other sport, and people in the Northeast or up in the colder regions, I think we're more on board with it. But I think it's got a really big appeal. I think some of the players, the younger players now, a lot of coverage. It's a little flashier. I liked it, man. I enjoyed it. I'll definitely be watching some more hockey.
Yeah, it was really fun to see. Those guys kind of just go at it. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now that kind of motivated some things too, but when they had those interviews with the players, all of them were just like, we're just trying to play the best we can.
Yeah.
And which is nice. The reporters kill me. They were trying to get political with all those guys, and every single one of them were just like, we're just here to play a game.
Of course, yeah. They want to create a story that's not there. Those guys, you know what? They get on the ice. They're just playing. They're playing for each other and playing for their whatever. And there's no politics involved in that shit. That's for everybody else.
Tried.
They always try because they want to. That's what they want to do. They're asses. I hate that shit. Everything isn't political. God bless.
I know. It was pretty brutal. Well, two big storylines coming out of hockey. Ovechkin's only 13 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's goal.
Yeah, crazy. And he's got a half a season left, I think, right? They're at midpoint, so.
Yeah. Alexander Ovechkin has been playing since I was in middle school.
Yeah, he's been playing
forever. I thought he was much older. He's not been playing since I was in middle school. He's been more than that. But he's only 39 years old. I thought he was well into his 40s.
But these guys start when they're 18. I mean, if you watch that final game, there was a kid 23. It's his fifth year. It's like, holy shit. I mean, it's not like other sports. These kids, they go and they're on a team when they're 18, 19 years old. So.
And the game moves so fast.
Yeah.
Those guys are moving so fast. Whew, that's got to be brutal on the body when you're 60. Can you imagine those guys trying to walk?
Yeah, that's got to be tough.
That's got to be brutal. But hey, all power to them. They put it all on the line every single time they're out there.
I liked it. Cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch. And Big G, you should come on and talk more shit about it. Yeah, second one.
Absolutely. Yep. Second storyline. The University of Texas club hockey team just made nationals.
Really?
D2. Yes, they did. Division II nationals.
I wonder where do they play in Austin? They think they have a rink?
They play at Chaparral.
Okay.
They play at Chaparral and also some games at the Pond up in Cedar Park.
We have been to the Pond.
Yes, we have. So those are their two spots where they play.
Very cool. Yes. I like it. I like to see that.
Yep, they made nationals. I was doing a little digging. Do you know one of the best? So not on NCAA side, right? These are all the club teams. Do you know what one of the top club teams in the USA is?
Mm-mm.
It's in the SEC.
Really? Georgia.
Yep. Arkansas.
Okay. Interesting.
When the hell do people from Arkansas play hockey?
But I mean, I think hockey's getting a pretty big following. I'm telling you, a lot of young kids are starting to play.
That and soccer are growing. Those two sports are growing rapidly, which is cool to see.
It is cool. I think the traditional sports are. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say they're dropping off because obviously they're not. But it's good to see other sports getting some publicity. And I'm a hockey dude now. I enjoyed watching hockey. I'll watch some more.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, of the big sports, I mean, I would say hockey's probably the fourth biggest sport in the nation.
Yeah, no, I agree. But it's really entertaining. And here's the big plus. They're not in commercial every 30 fucking seconds. God.
No, they're just going.
You can watch the game and actually watch a game. And then they take their breaks.
Baseball too.
Yeah.
They won't take a commercial until the inning's over.
I know. So, yeah. We're converted, Big G. You got us.
I feel like baseball is very strong at the moment. Football is obviously going to be strong. Probably the strongest until they find out it's causing people to die early or something. God, those guys hit each other so hard.
Yeah, that's different.
It's bad. Football's number one. Baseball feels like the number two. I know everybody's going to say basketball. Basketball feels like it's fallen off a bit.
I think it has. So two reasons. One is I don't think, I think Green came out and he got crap for saying the game's boring. And not a fan of his, but I think he's right. It is boring because they just launch shit and run back and forth. That, and I'll be honest with you, these dudes are hurt literally I don't even understand.
They're constantly hurt.
I mean, Wemby's out, right? Wemby's out now for the rest of the season.
For the year.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's out.
This is understandable. It was a blood clot. He could have killed him.
He is, but these dudes are constantly hurt. I mean, they're huge humans, and I get it. But I mean, as a fan, I mean, you're only watching. I mean, I hate to say it, I'm only watching because I want to see like the name guys. I mean, I'm not
Right.
looking at
Yeah,
you know.
you're spending the money because you want to see those guys.
And I
then you
don't think
show up.
the popularity, I think, is definitely trending down on there. I think hockey's trending up. Well, it's good. I'm a hockey guy. Plus, they have cool mascots and shit.
They do have cool
Get a
mascots
hat.
and shit.
I'm a hat guy. Got to get a hat.
You are a hat guy.
I am a hat guy. I got a lot of friggin' hats.
All right, Bunk.
All right.
Well, that is all I got for you today. All my points have been hit.
I like it. That's all mine. That's all I got too. Hey, don't forget we're twerking on Wednesdays, folks.
Twitch.
Twitching. Damn it. We're twitching.
We are not twerking. We're not twerking.
And
no, stop there. Let's make this very, very clear.
We're twitching on Wednesday night.
We will not be twerking.
Bunk 09 twitching on Wednesday night. And stay tuned to see if Bunk converts over to a Cowboy fan. He just may.
I can't. That will blow my mind.
I know. I'm just telling you, I was close, really close to a hat with a D on it. I'm just telling you.
They're more dysfunctional than...
I know, but their facilities, I was so impressed with everything up there.
All of them have good facilities.
I know, but I saw that one in person. I enjoyed it. We'll just see.
Saying,
please
don't become a Cowboys fan. You're already insufferable as a Giants fan. I can't do a Cowboys fan.
A big D, little A, double L, A, yes. Okay. Sorry.
Whoa.
I'm getting there.
You did like this whole year. You were doing like a fight song for the Giants. You had
for the Jets. I was doing Jets.
Jets, whatever. And now you're gonna be a Dallas fan.
If the Giants screw it up, I'm still a Jets fan just because they were my first team.
But the Cowboys screw everything up worse than the Giants.
I know, but they had such cool facilities, man. You have to understand. Right. Cool.
All right.
Very exciting.
All right. Two-timer over here. Selling out his
We'll
team.
We'll see. I'm just saying.
Fair weather fan.
Stay tuned, folks.
Fair weather fan. Actually, I won't say fair weather. You gave him 60 good years.
Maybe wearing a star soon.
Oh, God, please no.
All right. Maybe. We'll see.
Please don't.
All right, Pick. Anything else?
Check out social media. Check out all the other. You guys know all the crap we got. The email questions at Bunk and Pick Podcast. You know how it goes. Thank you all for joining us.
All right. Hey, let's take us out of here. Join us next week and join us on our Twitch where we rolling balls.
We twitch, not twerk.
What?
I said we twitch. We twitched. We don't twerk. Like you were twerking.
Twitching? Twerking?
Twitch.
What?
We're twitching.
What?
Bye, everybody.
Okay. See you guys next time. Check us out Wednesdays.
No twerking.
Check us out Wednesdays for twerking.